Okay, let's do this. 10-2, real number exponents. Now what I'm going to concentrate on, because most of 10-2 is essentially review of a lot of exponential rules you've been taught over the years. There's a little trick up my sleeve I'm going to share with you guys to avoid having to deal with negative exponents, just to simplify things. I'm not trying to complicate your lives, just trying to make your lives a little easier. Let's start with the basics. I know in my pre-lesson for 10-1, I covered this, and I said, okay, what's the rule? The rule is, if you have common bases and you have division, you essentially are going to go x to the 7 minus 2, and you get x to the 5th. Now, some teachers a long time ago would have you go x times 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 x. 2, 4, 6. That's 7. All over 2 of them. And you cancel this, cancel this, cancel this, cancel this, and you'd say, hey, how many do you have? You have 5. And that's why your answer is this. Well, you don't have to do this. Once you've seen the rule, you subtract the bottom one from the top, okay? Keep that in mind. Now, here's the problem. Some students get a little bit wiggy when it comes to negative exponents, but let's just follow the rule. The rule is we subtract the bottom one from the top, so it would be x to the 2 minus 7, which would be x to the negative 5, and see, we just have another step because of that negative exponent. That negative exponent is saying, hey, put me, in other words, all of this where it ain't. Technically, it's over 1, so where do I got to put it? I got to put it under the 1. Now, I'm going to show you a little different strategy, and this is the way I have gravitated to approaching these problems over the years, just because it's just simple. If you think of this as the upstairs and you're sleeping, and it's 2 degrees upstairs, and downstairs it's 7 degrees, because that's where the wood burner is, you're going to ask yourself, where is it warmer? Well, it's warmer in the basement, so I'm going to sleep there. How many degrees warmer is it? 5. And there's your answer. See how you didn't have to deal with all those negative exponents? Totally your call, whatever you're most comfortable with. Why am I showing this to you? Well, just to make your lives a little easier, but you're going to be asked to figure problems out like this. Now, again, there's 2 approaches. I'm going to show you what I think is the difficult approach. It's not that big of a deal if you just follow the rules, but the algebra gets a little messy. Remember I said you subtract the bottom one from the top? See, that doesn't change. You just have more stuff to worry about. So, technically, I need to go 7, which is this, minus 2, which is all of this. So I would have to go 7, watch this, 3 plus the square root of 2 minus all of that. So I got to insert parentheses, 3 minus the square root of 2. See, this just turns into a big headache. It'll work. 3 plus the square root of 2, bounce the negative through, minus 3 plus the square root of 2. And now the 3's cancel, and the square root of 2 plus the square root of 2 is 2 square root of 2. And if you also remember, now we cover up the square root of 2. 7 squared is 49. So that would be 49 to the square root of 2. And this is where Schoology will probably put it. Now, let me try to teach you my trick, okay, the temperature trick. This is a little bit of a common sense approach. Got common bases, we're dividing. Let's apply the temperature rule to it. Where is it warmer? Well, the 3's would just cancel. And then I have to ask myself, all right, I got a square root of 2 up here, a negative square root of 2 up here. Well, this is above 0, this is below 0. So where is it warmer? Upstairs. And this might be a little tricky, but you'd say, well, by how many degrees? Well, if this is above by the square root of 2 and this is below by the square root of 2, the difference between those is 2 square root of 2. This is 2, so if there was a temperature and this was below by negative square root of 2 and this is above by the square root of 2, the question is, where is it warmer? Well, it's upstairs by 2 square root of 2 degrees. And that quickly, I don't know if that's easily, takes you to the answer. And then, of course, 7 squared is 49 square root of 2. Do I care which way you go? No. but I like this method better after you practice it a little bit. All right, you'll get better at it.